Hummus, $1.25. Used to be $1, $1.25. It's okay. It's okay. And orange juice. It's important. It's always going to be though. But it's don't forget it for concentrate. We'll be growing oranges up here. Don't worry. Listen. Keep putting seeds in the field. We're going to keep growing oranges up here.
All seem to have different rules and regulations. They just want the province to kind of make blanket rules so everybody knows what to do. Reporting live, I'm Olin Qureshi.
680 News Time 106. New Conservative leader Aaron O'Toole presenting his vision for his party and the country at his first news conference since taking the job in a leadership vote that lasted into early Monday. O'Toole beat out 4 candidates, including the perceived frontrunner Peter MacKay, to replace Andrew Scheer at the helm of the opposition.
In remarks that sound a lot like a campaign speech, new Conservative leader Aaron O'Toole trying to stake his ground in the political sphere and not be defined by his opponents.
You'll also be hearing a lot of liberal spin about me. In fact, it's already started. Don't buy it. Here's all you need to know about me. I'm here to fight for you and your family. And Canada needs a fighter.
O'Toole is also repeating his message from early Monday morning that he wants to make the Conservative Party more inclusive to all Canadians, regardless of race, religion, or sexuality. He won't say if he'll bring down the government in the throne speech. He wants to wait to hear what's in it, but he does say that he will be ready to campaign if needed. Meanwhile, Liberal Innovation Minister Navdeep Bains critical of O'Toole, saying he claims to be moving forward, and yet his senior staff are a number of Harper-era Conservatives.
They seem to be stuck in the past. Stuck in divisive politics.
Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
Canada's top doctor says labs across the country have now tested over 5 million people for COVID-19, with a daily average of about 48,000 tests a day and a 0.7% positivity rate. Dr. Theresa Tam says those under 40 accounted for almost half of all new cases last week.
Regionally, we are seeing increases in daily case counts west of Ontario, reminding us that the virus can emerge anywhere, and we can't afford to let our guard down. Compared to the first peak of the epidemic in Canada, young people account for the majority of cases over many weeks.
Canada has had about 126,000 confirmed cases of the virus since the pandemic began.
Water, tahini, sesame, sunflower oil, salt, garlic, citric acid.
Credit rating remains stable despite the ongoing pandemic. City's business editor Chris McCusker has the latest from the province's fiscal watchdog. Despite the
Nyneteen, peanuts, milk, eggs, soya, wheat, mustard.
A report from the Financial Accountability Office says all 4 major international rating agencies have reaffirmed the province's credit at either AA- or A+. Those are the 5th and 6th highest ratings. But the Accountability Office warns those ratings are all contingent on the province's post-pandemic plan.
Now, think of the countries that come ahead of us because they're having money. Saudi Arabia, Switzerland, and then I'm not even going to
mention this month, the province announced its deficit projection had nearly doubled in 3 months because of the outbreak. At the Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.
You're listening to 680 News. It's 1:09. The City of Toronto says it's launching a new online registration system for short-term rentals. Officials say beginning September the 10th, short-term rental operators will need to start registering with the city. Toronto says this is necessary so that new rules for short-term rentals can be enforced.
I'm almost, I got money, but because I used to work.
Short-term rent their principal residence only, and people can rent up to 3 bedrooms in their principal residence for an unlimited number of nights per year, or their entire home for a maximum of 180 nights per year.
First Lady Melania Trump will step into the political spotlight tonight when she speaks at the Republican National Convention.
Aides to First Lady Melania Trump say she'll deliver a very uplifting and positive speech tonight at the RNC. This is Trump's chief of staff, Stephanie Grisham, said Tuesday the First Lady will look toward the future and lay out a case for why Americans should give her husband 4 more years in the White House. In attendance for the speech in the Rose Garden tonight, the president, vice president, cabinet members, friends and family, and people who have helped the First Lady with her Be Best initiative. Karen Travers, ABC News.
So we're all running hot water, so you're fucking done doing your work.
This is the 680 News gas price update. Info predicts the price of gas is going up 3 cents at midnight to just under $1.09 a liter.
680 News Time 110. Hey, Steve, I'll call my back from sports net. You never appreciate something fully until it's gone. Like sleep. Thank goodness for my lifestyle adjustable bed from Sleep Country. It's so easy to find the perfect sleep spot with limitless head and feet positions, controllable with the wireless
you get used to always cracking the hot water
open. Buy any adjustable bed and get 15% back on a Sleep Country gift card. Restrictions apply. See in-store for details. 680 News Time 111.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Carrie Prenskus.
Traveling on the westbound 401, it's busy from Islington and the Express to Dixon, and then you don't have any delays until you're heading into Mississauga. But before that, be careful westbound 401 west of the 427 and the collectors. We still have some metal debris reported in the right lane. Not sure if MTO's made it to the scene yet. It looks like they have moved the cameras in that area now. So likely that means that it's been picked up. I'll check with them right after this report. Now, those delays on the westbound 401, very heavy from the 410 Express and collectors to Mississauga Road. And then it's slow again from the 407 to Trafalgar. Eastbound on the 401, busy from Mississauga Road to Mavis. Then delays across the city from the 427 to the 400 Express and collectors. Northbound on the 427, expect delays anywhere from Finch up to the Highway 7 ramp. Getting much busier as we're heading further into the afternoon. There's still this construction on the 427 from Highway 7 to Zenway. All lanes are closed. It's a long-term project scheduled until January. Westbound on the Gardner QEW combination, the construction at Winston Churchill, that's wrapped up. So it looks like delays have improved along both of those routes, no problems. Eastbound on the QEW Gardner, both looking good as well. And on the northbound Don Valley Parkway, it's slow from north of Don Mills to north of Lawrence. We have construction in Caledon, southbound on Highway 10 at Old School Road. The right lane is closed. It's backed up for about a kilometer as you approach Old School. And in Richmond Hill, southbound on Yonge Street approaching Highway 7, that's reduced to one lane, so expect delays from Carville. And we also have construction in Cottage Country in Aurelia, southbound Highway 11 down to a single lane just south of Highway 12. Expect delays there as well. Your next report is at 1:21. Now with the forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
Becoming less humid for us today, sun and cloud, a gusty northwest wind, our guaranteed high 28. It'll feel like 32 this afternoon, but we are well below heat warning criteria. 13 for the low, and then cooler tomorrow, sun and cloud, chance of showers, and 22 degrees. Thursday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and increasing humidity again.
All these people are going to look the same way.
For today, the guaranteed high 28.
Right now in downtown Toronto, a few clouds, 26 degrees. It's 27 at Pearson. 680 News Time, 1:13.
Now the Scotia iTrade Market Minute. Let's head to the business center. Here's Carl Garnish. Carl.
Well, actually, we're still seeing this mixed picture, unfortunately. Investors are digesting the resumption of U.S.-China trade talks. They are kind of taking a look at the recent rally for the markets, trying to assess the all-time highs and everything. But at this point, they're still kind of split. We have the TSX down by 70 points, 16,555. Well, the S&P and NASDAQ are on track for a four-day rally, which could mean another round of record closes. NASDAQ's up by 40 points, S&P higher by 2. Well, the Dow is lower by 137 points. We have gold also lower by more than $16 to $1,923. Oil's up by 1.6% to $43.32 a barrel. And the Canadian dollar is higher by 13/100ths of a cent to 75.79 cents U.S. At the Business Center, I'm Carl Garnett.
Direct invest with Scotia iTrade. Get started in...
Happening now, Premier Doug Ford is taking questions from reporters after announcing his government is building a new Catholic elementary school in Etobicoke's Royal York and Eglinton area. Let's take you there live now.
Every single year we hear the same story, and something I understand that we're in a shortage before COVID. We saw the same thing last year. I did speak to the ministry and asked them to expedite it. They said they're going to expedite all of the people that are waiting to go through the Minister of Transportation, and that's exactly what we're doing. And I'll give you an exact number because I'm a strong believer.
I tried to pay my fines, Dougie, and they won't let me.
I'll get an exact number for you, and we'll get.
I'm going to get the venue to play. Never. I forgot what I was going to do. I got like 6 different ideas.
And thank you for that question because it really
spurs us
on when I get questions from the media. And they're really good questions too. Then
you don't understand. $300 something I tried to pay, and your system says no.
Over $1 billion into the transportation system, more than we've ever put ever in the history of Ontario. So what I'm going to do, I'll hand it
original
over
name
to
was
the Minister of
Transpo
Education, because
86.
it falls under his domain, but also
It initially
hand it
started
over
as
to the
a
Minister of
transportation
as well. So
everybody jumped on it
Minister Lecce, if you
go
can come up
stick
here
on
for a
me. They
second,
went
please.
crazy. I know because I went. I'm from fucking Toronto.
Well, thank
I
you
was
for your
3 and I
opinions.
went.
We
And I
are
remember
working
it. So I fucking
collaboratively with
around.
the
I
Ministry of
remember that whole
Transportation
fucking
just to
year
make sure we
and a half.
support what has been a long-standing
All
challenge in government when it comes
out
to
with the 80s.
accessing
They
and
said, kids see
retaining
everything? Yeah, because everybody thinks
hardworking,
skip won't snitch.
incredibly decent bus drivers across the province. These folks work hard, they're often older, and they really need as much support from government as possible. And as the Premier noted, yes, we are investing $1 billion in transportation, $20 million more than we did the year prior. It is the highest investment in transportation in Ontario history. And with respect to the challenges specific for COVID, given that they're older workers and there's some concerns related to their health, we have provided guidance to school boards to ensure that full suite of PPE shields are provided to our drivers, that there is a mandate like there is in schools for masking for students that go on it. There's assigned seating, which is really critical to attack management and tracing. Obviously, we're doing everything possible, providing very clear guidance.
So every day, whoever sits in the first seat, everybody has to pass.
School buses more safe
What I
for
like
kids
it,
and ultimately
except
for
for
the
sick, but
drivers.
everybody says, oh,
when it
no, it's
comes
okay.
to
Because
retaining towns, we're going
every
to be
black
there
kid has
for
to walk
support
past her
we
to get
have.
to the
That's
back.
why we put
One
$40
said, oh, all these black kids
million
got COVID somehow. But
which
black girls
can be
asymptomatic,
used
so we're not going to test
largely
them.
for cleaning supplies,
Is that
but
what they've
also
been
to
doing?
provide, a few extra
Go to
bucks
my
to our
house,
cleaning,
get a
to our
company home.
drivers who are doing
I
additional
got
work. We're
evidence.
providing that
If
latitude
the
to our
evidence
school
gone,
boards
there's
to do
evidence that somebody
just to do whatever
destroyed
it
the
takes to
evidence.
support our drivers and ultimately get our kids to school safely every day.
Thank you very much, Minister Lecce.
You're
Just to
talking
add
shit,
to his
stupid.
comments, the additional
We'll make them
funding
say they're
for
the
the
same
additional
thing,
cleaning,
and that's going to do
we're
what?
certainly collaborating with
They're
the Ministry
all
of
a
Education
meter
and actively
apart
working
for an hour
on
and a
this
half,
right now,
you
but I'm
fucking
saying that
moron.
Metrolinx, the CEO of
Hey,
Metrolinx,
can you
Silver
stop
has
the
been
bus
very
drivers
clear
from drinking
that
and doing
certainly Metrolinx
illegal
wants to
U-turns?
contribute and help wherever possible. And so we certainly have that resource of Metro.
Like the one vehicle that can get away with pulling into a private parking lot to do a U-turn to go around again. No one's going to say shit about a fucking school bus doing it.
Testing and
The short buses.
and so
We
we'll
don't
certainly
generally
work
use
with
the long
Minister
ones in
Lecce on
the
this.
denser downtown area.
That's great.
Thank you.
I gotta ask you a question. Usually, I always pride myself on our team getting back to the media because I tell them nothing's more critical when they ask a question. Let's get back to them. Did Ivana not give you a call back?
Same idiots that tried molesting us when we were kids.
Well,
This
I'm
is
sure
the
she
pride
calls
now.
you because she's
You
an all-star.
want to do some math, you
But either
cocksucker.
way, I just want to make sure. It's critical that we get back to the media. It's absolutely
I'm
critical.
under no requirements to protect you. I'm under a general set of orders and guidelines. I'm under no requirement to protect you.
Premier. My next question is still also about school buses. Obviously today, Unifor had an event in Scarborough. They said they have 5 key demands that they want the province to address before back to school actually happens, and say that they haven't gotten the chance to meet with the education minister yet. So I guess 2 parts to my question. The first, Minister Lecce, will you commit right now to speaking with school bus driver representatives before the school year starts to hear them out? And the second, why exactly hasn't the province implemented a blanket approach to safety regulations on school buses?
Well, I'll let the minister answer this.
Well, let me just correct the record. We have been in constant contact with the School Bus Association of Ontario, with Nancy, their president. We are in constant contact with a variety of our stakeholders on the front line. We're very grateful for the work they're doing and the advocacy they're doing for their
I don't
members.
know what the fuck
Many
this is
often
for,
are
but you're elected
friends
in
and
the
people we know
fucking
in our
wrong.
communities, and we just want to make sure they feel supported, which is why
What's
we've had
costing $2
contact
bucks a
with them.
piece? This is a
It's
fucking
why
nail.
we have
It looks
ensured
strange, eh?
listening to
this
their
size.
request, an additional $40 million in new funding is being provided to school boards and to the operators themselves, making sure that those funds flow to support school bus driver on PP and just make sure that our buses are clean for our kids, which is a dual priority we have. And we're going to continue to be there for them. I mean, look, we have increased investment in transportation before COVID-19 hit our province and country. We've increased the investment thereafter because I think what we're demonstrating is busing is critical for
3 at a time.
families in rural and remote parts of the province. And we recognize for many parents, single parents, folks in rural parts, I mean, they need buses to get their kids to school. And we're going to make sure that those buses are there, they're safe, with the access to a talent pool of labor that can do the job, working with Metrolinx, working with the Ministry of Transportation, working with the private sector to do whatever it takes to get access to those workers, knowing that we have had a long-standing challenge in Ontario for many years, well
You guys
before
just be
COVID,
fucking
we
glad I
have
picked
had
this shit up off the
challenge. I think
road.
many
You're gonna find it in your
provinces
tires.
face
Good luck getting the
challenges,
full truck
access to
driving.
school labor,
Or
and bus
anybody
drivers, but we're
fucking
doing
out
more
there.
this year than we did in the past, and we'll continue to be there for boards just
It
to
up.
demonstrate
Found the
that we
street
care
sweepers.
and that we'll
Found them.
ensure
They're out.
safety of our kids getting to school
I
in
know where they've
September.
been, but I don't know where
Next
they are.
question.
Your next question comes from Brian Lilly with the Toronto Sun. Please go ahead.
Are you gonna tell me how to scout for the U.S. Army now? Thank you. Oh, this one's pretty easy, yeah, but this is what I'm intended to keep track of. Where are they so I can...
You've got the ads talking about the back to school
Think
program
you just
for
gonna tell me $5 grand
COVID-19.
last year? Let's think there's a retainer on that shit, stupid.
Luke is calling them propaganda.
What would I tell you? Assessing $100 grand. I'm never quite to tell you
The
shit.
NDP announced, the teacher
My
unions
shit
are
is
saying,
made by
and the
the
NDP are saying
U.S.
this money should be spent on cleaners, on more teachers. So I'm wondering, why are you running the ads, and why haven't you followed through on the campaign promise to give power back to the Auditor General to vet these ads and approve them?
Well, first of all, everything is going to be transparent. The accountability office is going to have all these numbers, but maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's so important.
I don't know what the two of you do,
I'm not into the politics.
but I imagine you have never run across each other.
I want to
Ever.
make sure that
But
the
you both
message
call
is
yourselves the same job
communicated,
title, right?
because I hear, the media gets on here, and I find it ironic.
This is for a
They'll
fucking
get
Amish
on
barn.
and
I'm gonna
say,
hang on to this. That's what this is for. If I gave this to an Amish guy, he'd probably say
people are
thank you.
confused, so on and so forth. It's critical that the parents know. It's not about playing politics like the other ones are doing. I believe in it, along with our secretary of cabinet, along with my chief of staff, that I want to get on the phone, a call with all the school board chairs, Chair Martino as well, all the school board chairs across the province, their deputy chairs, the directors of education, and we're going to lay it very, very clear. We're going to answer any questions until there's no confusion. No one's going out there and saying,
because he's from where I'm from. He embodies what I believe in.
By the way, the minister and the education team gives across the province, but I think communication is critical. Maybe they don't. I think communication is critical to the people. And we're going to continue communicating the message, no matter if it was at the beginning about PPE, about social distancing, about long-term care, or if it's about education. We're going to continue moving forward on that.
Follow up.
Yeah, I'd like to go directly to Minister Lecce this time. News Talk 1010 did a story on the tweets aimed at you that were posted after you posted photos of being at a wedding on the weekend. I believe your caucus colleague Stan Chev's wedding. It was described by cyberbullying experts that they talked to as classic cyberbullying and unbecoming of teachers. How do you react to some of the vitriol that you experience, and are you shocked that people that are supposed to teach kids about
just to get up in the morning every day and try to improve the quality of life, the safety of their... I have a very important responsibility, one that I'm honored to serve as a generational politician, someone that cares deeply about our next generation. I'm not going to be in any way detracted from the mission, the mandate the Premier has given me, and the opportunity to serve 2 million young people and give them every opportunity to succeed in a very changing competitive global landscape. So, I do think as leaders, which we all are, we have to lead by example. And I think people are looking to us for that sense of leadership and decency and civility in the public discourse. But look, I am focused with one mission, which is to make sure our kids are safe in September, and I'm not going to be deterred from that, to be quite frank.
Next question.
Your next question comes from Sean Jeffords with the Canadian Press. Please go ahead.
Hi, Sean.
Good afternoon, Premier. I wanted to follow up on Brian's first question there about the advertising. How much does that piece of the COVID-19 campaign cost taxpayers? And again, to Brian's raising there, is that money not better spent on the classroom and hiring additional teachers right now?
Well, first of all, there's an ongoing tally per se, and it's all going to be transparent, self-isolate, so on and so forth. So it's not one particular amount for education versus long-term care, so on and so forth. But it's going to be transparent. But I think it's so important that we communicate with the people, that they did listen. Imagine if we didn't have any ads and no one knew what was going on. That'd be terrible. We have to. And that's same with the federal government, the municipal government. So all three levels of government are running ads, and I encourage it. Matter of fact, I find it about putting money in advertising. I think it's absolutely critical, and we're going to continue doing it. But again, it's going to be fully transparent, and everyone's going to see the amount that we spend to keep the province safe and the people safe.
And you've been listening to Premier Doug Ford's COVID-19 press briefing. He announced that the government is building a new Catholic elementary school in the Royal York and Eglinton area for almost $16 million. And he also addressed money promoting Ontario's back to school plan, which is being called propaganda by opposition leader Andrea Horvath. He says communication is critical. Details on that coming up at the bottom of the hour.
Where the fuck are you?
It's time for the business report. Here is Kyle Garnish. Kyle.
It makes sense to me.
Days where some people might just want a pumpkin spice latte. Yes, starting today, Starbucks is once again selling the pumpkin spice lattes in both Canada and the U.S. And also making its return is the pumpkin cream cold brew, which actually debuted last year. And if it feels like pumpkin spice season starts earlier and earlier, it's not your imagination. This year's launch is the earliest release ever. We're talking about its full menu on August 27th. Well, U.S. shares of Starbucks are moving higher by 4.7%, and Starbucks is helping lift the NASDAQ and S&P today, which are on track for another record finish. Could be a full say goodbye to its three-day rally, lower by 125 points. Here at home, the TSX is down by 60,923, but oil's up by 1.8% to 43.42 a barrel. And the Canadian dollar is higher by 9/100ths of a cent to 75.
You talk shit all day.
Enseigner, c'est avant tout apprendre. Et je dis de façon très humble, c'est-à-dire c'est pas...
I can't listen. I understand every word, and so I can't listen. Imagine that.
From the Japanese, my French got wave, you can remind them, make a mac and cheese. It is what it has to be. I'm killing out who's asking me to have to see the rich in. I shot like a little bro, the Tagalog. It's these instrumentals, we got be bragging on. This road switch, beer brought class riches, we drag them on. The nigga with the gate and center with double track.